My name is Jake Hinkle, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Illinois and a full time forensic engineer within Vista Forensics. At the beginning of 2023, 34% of Americans over the age of 18 were living in rental properties, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. This equates to approximately 261 million people who do not own property and instead rely on rental agreements. Also, a recent Google study of 1,000 Americans found that 38% of participants did not feel comfortable or were not capable of performing basic home repairs on their own. In an ever expanding and work focused culture, renting is an attractive option for those without the time, money, or knowledge to maintain the basic systems that come with most homes. Having been a loyal contributor to this system, I know from firsthand experience that expeditious, effective, and transparent fulfillment of maintenance requests is not a priority for most landlords. It's well known that the quote landlord special consists of the quickest and cheapest repairs to cover up the underlying problems a tenant may be facing. Think of overusing paint to cover cracks in the structure or to mask the uncleanliness of a unit. These makeshift repairs lead to higher costs in the long term and dissatisfaction from the renters. My wife and I endured this mistreatment for years, so we started H2 Property Management to provide expert services to hardworking Americans. Not only do we plan to own and manage our own rental properties, cutting out the middleman and eliminating management fees, but we also provide expert maintenance staff who guarantee effective repairs. The process begins with a submitted maintenance request from a tenant and confirmation of the request through the online leasing portal. The tenant can then track the progress of the request with the real-time tracker and can communicate directly with the technician 24/7 to ensure their needs and concerns are met. We're also ensuring that maintenance requests don't need to happen as frequently, allowing the renter to have peace of mind with their homes. The backbone of our business is the website and customer support. We plan to develop the site from scratch to include the features we've mentioned and constantly iterate based on user feedback. When we have a successful proof of concept with a website, we would like to start seeking seed money from investors, friends, and family to start purchasing and renting properties. The market is very competitive at scale, with companies such as Century 21, Remax, and Berkshire Hathaway commanding the realty company space for large developments and multifamily units. For that reason, we want to start small with townhomes, condos, and low square footage single family homes. We would also focus on cheaper duplexes and triplexes that need renovations. This way, we can add value through sweat equity and avoid paying contractor and vendor costs. The market we are stepping into is massive, with the U.S. real estate market estimated to be valued at $700 billion, with a 5.2% year over year increase according to Grandview Research. Everyone needs a home, and with the increasing value of houses, more people are choosing renting over buying every year. We will begin marketing to these individuals by creating digital advertisements and paying for spaces on social media platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Once we have garnered interest and have positive cash flow, we will invest in physical advertisements such as billboards and bus stops. Finally, we will host marketing events where our experts can explain the value of our business. These events will also double as open houses where we can build trust with our customer. In year one, we will purchase the first rental property and target homes valued at approximately $200,000. We will also provide at least 20% of the value of the home as a down payment to avoid PMI and to obtain a loan to rent the properties to our customers. We will charge a monthly rent of $2,000, which will cover the mortgage, property taxes, insurance, HOA fees if applicable, and amortized maintenance costs. We will also perform maintenance ourselves to avoid labor costs. Assuming that we are responsible for closing costs, we expect to have negative cash flow in the first year only. We hope to obtain an additional property every year for the first 5 years. We will then sell the first property and hire our expert maintenance staff to take care of the properties. Additional expenses include parts for regular maintenance, upkeep between tenants such as replacement carpet, filling drywall holes, paint, or filters. We would also need to pay a fee to maintain our website and would eventually pay for an office space. We are asking for funding to cover the down payment for the first and second properties. This would be at least 20% of the value for each of the selected properties. We would pay back the investor with 50% of our profits until the $40,000 is repaid, and we are also offering 20% of each sold property for the first 10 properties.